Sneezer.
Go like this.
What did you do this morning, Sneezer? What did you do? Sneezer. This is Sneezer, lion. This is my buddy Sneezer. A little over a year old. It's my best friend in the whole world. He goes everywhere with me. He goes for car rides. He goes hiking in the mountains. I raised him since birth. His favorite hobbies are other females, just like me. Loves the toke up. Oh, and he just goes crazy over fish. He loves fish. I used to go fishing at the river, and I'd catch all kinds of fish for him, and he'd eat it. He really goes crazy. He's a chicken killer, too. Loves chicken. Yeah. And, of course, look into the camera, you big guy. He's probably one of the friendliest cats you're ever going to meet. Sometimes he thinks he's smaller, and he tries to squeeze in all these little places, and he gets stuck, and he starts knocking everything over. He loves when you're rough with him. If you scratch him, he'll be your best friend. But if you pat him, he even likes that more. He's just one of these male kittens, and he just loves attention. He's just a big baby. Yes, you are. You're daddy's baby, aren't you? Sneezer, unfortunately, had a batch of kittens. The kittens all died. The mother had killed them all, except for one. And, of course, the one that she did not kill, we raised about 3 months, actually a couple months up in California, and someone had stole her. And unfortunately, sad to say, but Sneezer is going to be losing his manhood. I'm sorry, buddy. I wish there was more I could do. He's just a big old male. Of course, you don't have to flash me, Sneezer. But maybe the girls will be impressed. And Sneezer, problem is with him is he thinks he's a lion. He's a big lion. That's all he is. A lion is a state of mind. Just like me, you know. I'm a lord. It's all a state of mind. But Sneezer is a big baby. Sneezer loves children. Sneezer loves to play out on the grass. Sneezer likes to go for walks. Sneezer likes fish. Oh yes, I catch lots of fish for you, don't I? Sneezer's my baby. I've had him since day one, raised him since a kitten. And sometimes we call him Ebenezer Scrooge, because if he feels threatened by any of the neighborhood cats, he actually does. He literally fucks them up. He tore this one cat apart to protect his baby one night. We were out in the woods. This cat would fight a grizzly bear just to protect his master. And of course you can see right now he's rather being playful. He wants me to scratch him. But I thought I'd just introduce him to everybody. He's very precious to me. He's very important. I love him very dearly. And of course he's a very smart pet. He's one of the best companions I've ever had. And he's 420 friendly, so if anybody ever wants to smoke out with him, he loves to smoke out. He loves to play ball. He'll carry it in his mouth and bring it back to you. And he walks on a leash. Of course, we don't need a leash for him because he'll follow me wherever I go. And this is my buddy Sneezer. Come here, you. Oh. This is Sneezer, everyone. Sneezer's 9 years old. He was born of May 11th, 2006. I call him my mountain lion, because that's what he kind of reminds me of. Yes, you're a mountain lion. Yes, you're a mountain lion, aren't you? Look at that mountain lion. Yep, that's a mountain lion right there. He's purring. There's a big story in relation to Sneezer. There's a reason why I'm doing this film. Sneezer's getting very sick, and he's not going to be around probably in the next couple days. He looks healthy. Most cats that are sick, they always generally look healthy. They don't give it away. He's such a loved and happy cat. He's a family cat. So he gets to sleep in the beds with the kids, with me, with the blankets. He's one of those cats that just is, you know, you call him, he comes running, he'll sit next to you, he'll be your best buddy. And unfortunately, he's not doing too well. If you look on his back, he had a fatty tumor. He had a tumor up here, and then a couple days ago, it like burst, and it goes the whole length. It's all the way here. See the bumps? And his paw, Sneezer, is really big, or swollen. Cancer is a deadly disease, and cancer can spread within 2-3 days over a cat's entire body, and that's what happened. This is spread. He's had the lump for a while, and the thing is that it's spread down to him, and he's still happy. He's still purring. He's still trying to hunt for birds and out in the yard. He catches them. I have to always watch him because I like the birds too. There's a lot of backstory with Sneezer. When I lived in Florida for a few years, we took in his mother, who was pregnant, and he was the only cream-colored or beige cat. His brothers had black and dark brown and white, and a couple were gray. He had a gray sister, or 2 gray sisters, and then he had 2 that looked like calicos, and then he popped out. His father was kind of orange in color, lived a few doors down, was twice his size, same face, mountain lion look, same look in the face, everything. Beautiful whiskers. He's a wise older cat. But you just have to face the reality that unfortunately your pets won't be here forever, and surgery's way too risky for this boy. He could go into cardiac arrest. He could stop breathing on the anesthesia because he's a chunky boy. He used to always not be that way, but he loves to eat, and he's a pretty free cat. He uses the bathroom outside, goes out with the dogs, comes in with the dogs. Just a great all-around cat. And my kids were little when this boy was around. My one son was 5 years old when Sneezer was born. So he's really attached to him, and he's happy right now. But he can barely move. It's just been so bad. Like I said, this is my last video of him, truly. He's in pain, and he doesn't feel good. He's still playing. He's still getting hugs and scratched, and he loves the dogs. He always plays with the dogs, too. Gets along. We've had batches of kittens. He gets along with the kittens. Other cats, we've had, got a couple dogs. He's just a great cat. Back in the day, I used to fish. I used to go fishing. I used to bring him home a fish all the time. And he also was the co-host on AngelOfThyNight Radio. And yes, he got to hold the microphone and try to talk into the mic. And I used to do my crazy comedy show, and he'd be sitting on the chair next to me. Best co-host I ever had. He's one of the best pets I ever had. And I'm going to tell you, I've almost lost this cat 5 to 6 times. Let me explain. I was homeless. What? Mountain lion. He's hunting. Moon through the trees. And one time I left him in the tent to go shopping when I was homeless. Look, his eyes look demonic, like they're black. Found him about a mile on the trail. He jumped out in the middle like a mountain lion, just jumped out on a trail, and then he booked it back to camp. He knew where camp was. He's had a wandering problem. He's always wandered not too far from home.
But like when I lived in Las Vegas, he used to go 2-3 blocks over. I'd catch him on the walls, but from the balcony of my room, he'd jump down. Hey, Sneezer. He's getting all comfortable. He's like, yeah, that spot is good. Sneezer also likes to sleep on paper bags, in cardboard boxes, baskets, anything you have sitting out he likes to lie, including your chest when you're sleeping. This is the animal couch. You can tell it's ripped. The dogs and the cats like to come out here and lie on it. And they abuse it too. I had to throw out the cushions. My dog ripped them to pieces. Got mad one day when I put him outside. He's like, I'll teach you a lesson. It's like, now you got no couch to lie on. Now he uses it. Now Sneezer uses it. It's okay, Sneezer. I know you don't like those sounds. But there's a backstory with Sneezer. When I was homeless, he used to wander. He'd be like, where is that cat getting into trouble? He had kittens once. When I was homeless, it was a bad situation. I was moving out of the homeless shelter because someone had gotten me kicked out. And the kittens were being born at the same time. And you can guess what happened. It was so hot, the kittens died. First 2 kittens died as I transferred them to the vehicle. Within a couple minutes of being born, it's too hot. The female lived, and somebody stole her out of my car. Or she jumped out and someone grabbed her up. She was really cute. And the other kitten was in the hotel room, and I think my son in his sleep bumped it, or we were sleeping at hotels on and off, being homeless. But I went to Salvation Army to thank the pastor, and he was watching his little girl, little kitty, and someone grabbed her. Then grabbed the other 2 I had. The one was a stray I found in the woods dying. Brought him back to life, gave him to someone I knew. Best cat ever, would jog with me, everything. And Sneezer, he's always just been around, regardless. I've had to fight for him. Back in the day, when I used to be married, my father-in-law did not like him, tried to get rid of him. My ex-wife said he's gay and tried to get rid of him. Said he's a stupid gay cat. He is gay. He's happy like me. I'm gay too. We're all gay. Unless you're not happy, you're not gay. But anyhow, it's good to have a little humor even if he's passing away. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. Do you, Sneezer? Backstory. I was homeless also. He could not come into the homeless shelter. I got caught after a while. So I let him live out in the car. And that was okay at the time being. He had, he could come and go as he wanted. Well, this stupid lady at the shelter who was a druggie tried to break in my car to spend the night because she was kicked out, and he literally attacked her. He also attacked, I think, a bobcat. Bobcat came in the tent, and he had his baby girl, his little kitty. He just lunged and ripped hairballs off. It was pretty bad. I was like, the next morning, I'm like, are you okay, Sneezer? He was fine. That cat looked like it was torn to shreds. And then we have the case. I had a roommate try to get rid of him, or wouldn't allow him. Second roommate was a cat hoarder, and they could have had cat leukemia and spread it to him. She kept bringing in more and more cats. Every day, more and more cats. She's like, oh, I got 5 kittens. Then the next day it was like, I want 5 more kittens. And they were eating his food, using his litter. They didn't have vaccinations or shots. Then there's the story of when I moved in with my girlfriend. Sneezer moved in with her. And he used to sneak out back, jump the wall. He used to leap 6 feet over the wall. He was caught a house away by the animal, by the SPCA in Las Vegas. And I just want to say something about the SPCA. He was taken by the SPCA 2 days before, about 4 or 5 days before Christmas. He vanished. And I'm like, what the heck? We went down there, and they're like, yeah, he's a feral cat. And they put him in the feral section with all the other mean cats. and they were about to put him to sleep on Christmas Day. I think it was Christmas Day. Yeah, he was due for Christmas Day, and I saved his life. And I almost broke him out. If they weren't gonna give him to me, I was just gonna go in back, cut the lock, and just break him out. And I probably would have went to jail, or at least been charged with something like vandalism or whatever. But I had to save his life. They said the reason why, what they said to me, they said the reasoning is he was a sick feral cat, and that is not true. His eyes have always watered. He probably has allergies or something, but he's always had eyes that gunk up a little bit. Some animals just get those type of eyes. We clean them all the time. And he started getting that when we lived in the hoarder's house. His eyes started to water. Ever since that place, it's like he's gotten some kind of allergy or whatever the case is. What's wrong, Sneezer? You hear something? We call him Ebenezer Scrooge. He can be a Scrooge at times. Not with me. Just, breaking my car or my house, he's going to be a Scrooge. He's going to get you. Like a mountain lion. Just jump out. Scrooge. But like I said, I've almost lost him multiple times. One time, I was staying at this historic hotel on and off. Used to get some good deals. Had some people donate a room to me when I was homeless. Used to carry him in my backpack. Well, I was on my way out, and the lady that works at the bar also rents out the rooms. Seen Sneezer's head pop out and said, "No animals allowed at this hotel." There's another moment. Then there was a moment I stayed with a friend, and his wife or girlfriend didn't really want Sneezer around. Had to plea and bargain for him to stay with her. Like I said, he's been through the mill. He almost got euthanized by the ASPCA in Las Vegas. They were wrong. They didn't examine him extensively, and therefore they assumed he was just a sick feral cat. The ASPCA does not save animals' lives. They were going to euthanize a family cat. He had a home. He was loved. My son takes him to bed and squeezes him and hugs him every night. What would they have done to my kids who really love this cat? Think of the history. This cat has seen a lot. This cat's wise. He used to travel for hundreds of miles in California on the dashboard. When I moved, he was on the moving truck dashboard. I've snuck him in hotels. He was homeless with me. He went through 2 roommates, a divorce. And the thing is, he's a stoner kitty. He's been smoking 420 since he's been about 4 months old. I've always gotten him smoked out. He used to eat, he would eat he keeps trying to avoid me. He's mad because I gave him his medicine. He used to eat my bags of weed. It used to get me so mad. Look at him. He's avoiding me. Sneezer. 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 Ebba Sneezer. Hey. Sneezer. I'll get your attention. He is so mad at me about the meds. Look at him. He's like, "I am pissed at you, Dad." Yeah, straight tail. That's how you know he's happy. The tail wags. You can see in his face he's not well, but he loves attention. So he's great with kids. He's great with other animals. He's got big ears. Look at that. His ears are like rabbit ears. He's a unique cat. One of the best cats I've ever owned. I had two or three other really good cats. They died, but they were just a lot like him. Just cuddle, hang with you. I used to take Sneezer hiking also. I put him on a harness, would walk him in the woods. I one time seen him also climb a huge ass oak tree. Went to the top. He was trying to avoid me because he was wandering, and I'm like, "Sneezer." It's funny because certain tones of my voice, he'll be like, he'll like run and get up somewhere. He's like, "Ha, you can't get me." Look how alert he is. You wouldn't even know he's ill. You really wouldn't. It's just he's got, it's just a really bad cancer, more than likely. We've been monitoring for months. It's just nothing you can do. I tell you what, I told Tammy and I told my kids he's lived a full life. Very loved cat. Very precious. And this video is kind of like a video to kind of share my personal memories and moments with this cat. It's more than a cat. This is family. This is my best friend. I don't have many friends. You know, a lot of people online say, hey, I've never met, or some I have met, they're like, I am your friend. I will stand by you. And I have a lot of proof to see when it comes to people over the last, since he's been born. I'd say I haven't really had any friendships last. People have just taken everything and used me and abused me, and this is the one thing in my life, the one thing that I have that sticks around and is loyal to me is this mountain lion right here. And he is loved and he'll be missed. He will. He's a smart cat. I say Ebenezer and he'll look at me. You know, he'll come running. He's very intelligent. Look at those eyes. Pretty green eyes. It's a real pretty cat. Yeah. You want to play? You still want to play? You can cut his nails. Oh yeah, he takes baths too. You can give him a bath. It's another good memory, always giving him a bath. And I'm going to attach an album of some of his greatest moments and pictures. And we're going to put together a nice little memorial to remember this guy. You can see I'm spending time with him because he just means so much to me. And to lose him is hard. I have wonderful, I have a cat. She's had new kittens, and the kittens, there's a couple that I really love, and they're awesome. But none will replace him. I have 2 dogs. My dog, he's an American Bulldog Pit Mix. Great dog. But you still don't have the memories that I've built with him. I've almost lost him 6-7 times in my life. And he's just escaped. He escaped death, getting lost, getting cat-knapped. Instead they took his little girl. Thieves. He's warded off thieves, bobcats. I want to tell his story. His story needs to be told. The SPCA almost killed him. They only had him a couple days and we're going to euthanize him. And I want to also tell a little story about the SPCA. Did you know that vaccinations can cause, years later, lumps in the neck? I never wanted him getting vaccinated, but they vaccinated him. And so he got a lump this big. It was this big. And the lumps kind of settled down now. It breaks my heart because the SPCA has caused me a lot of grief. They cannot replace this cat. Sure, I managed to pay. They charged me like $200 when I had gotten there to get my cat, who just happened to be picked up because he was a block over. See, where I live now, they don't pick up cats. That's very cat-friendly area. They do not euthanize and pick up cats. They only pick up dogs, which is understandable. Cats are pretty independent, and most people around here, their cats are indoors and outdoor cats. Everybody's got an indoor and outdoor one. He's an indoor and outdoor one. He will go out to use the bathroom, play a little, and then he'll come in. He'll come at the door and beg to come in. He's a great cat. We're gonna miss you, Sneezer. He's just a love bug. He talks to you too. He's not really feeling good, but I can get him talking. That was one of the things about AngelOfThyNight Radio also. I could get him to talk just by saying, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. Oh, look at him looking. Yeah, Sneezer. It's Sneezer. The reason why he got his name, how he got his name Sneezer, when he was a couple weeks old, he kept sneezing. And he still to this day will have sneeze fits where he'll sneeze 5, 6, 7 times. And he does it almost every day. So the name suits him well. I just call him Ebenezer. I started calling him Ebenezer Scrooge because he went after a bobcat, chased off a thief. Amazing cat. And like I say, SPCA in Las Vegas, they were going to kill him. And that's sad. That's really sad. It's really sad that they were going to kill a family cat. These pets don't have families. Most of the ones that the SPCA picks up don't have families. This cat had a solid family, a solid home. And we think, now it may not be possible, but we did some research and found out sometimes vaccinations, or if they pinch up here or whatever the case is, years later you can get a lump and it can spread. Could lead to cancer. It's a lot of different things. Vaccines are up for debate. In humans, yeah, they work. In animals, there can be side effects. So they force vaccinated him. When I rescued him from the SPCA and I brought him home years ago, he would not leave my lap for 3 days, and he just kept headbutting me and purring. And he also gives kisses or love bites. What he'll do is he will put, oh look, he's turning around. He will turn around and he'll put his teeth on you. He did it to me today. It hurts a little. He's got some sharp incisors, like a saber tooth kind of in sharp. And he had put his fur sticking up. He has beautiful fur, by the way. What is that, Sneezer? Go hunt that. But he'll put his teeth on you and he'll give you little kisses if he loves you. You know, he also headbutts you really hard. He's just a good cat. He really is, and I'm gonna miss him. But I feel he's only got a few days. He's now in the pain stage. He's sleeping a lot. His nose is running, or dry, or it's gunked up. He's generally a lazy cat anyways. Most male cats sleep most of the day, 20 hours a day. So he's still on average with his sleep. Just a little more mopey and slower moving. But great cat. Great cat. I have a special spot up in the mountains. He's going to get a burial site. It kind of overlooks the Sierras. It's really nice. And I know people are probably like, oh, you're talking about his burial and this and that. This is a memorial video. A living memorial, but also a dearly departed video. We're going to actually put him up in the mountains. And it's a site that overlooks a lot of the Sierras peaks. Like I say, he's a very loved cat. This is a family member we're dealing with. This is, this is not just a cat. You might see a cat, my son says, oh, you say, because I'm always like, it's a cat of integrity and compassion and generosity and intelligence and kindness and love. And I just go on and on and on. And he's regal and royal. And my son's like, it's just a cat. I'm like, no, that's a family member. Another thing about Sneezer is he actually plays fetch with the ball. He's getting older. He doesn't want to do it he's like, I don't want to run. I had him running a few months ago. I was throwing something and he chased it. So he still plays. This cat's been raised well. It has, and it's going to be tough. The kids are going to miss him. The dogs are going to miss him. The cat, definitely. His Piggy, his partner in crime, is going to miss him. She's a gray Russian blue cat. And she had some beautiful kittens, and like I say, I can keep one or two, but none are going to replace him. It's going to be hard. It really is hard. But I love you, Sneezer. I really love you. He might be being lazy in this video, but that's how I remember him. He's always been kind of lazy. He just sits around and stares at things. But he's listening. Every little noise he hears, he's looking around. He's like, oh, mouse? Oh, bird making noise up in the tree? Oh, in the house? Can of tuna? He's a great boy. Oh, yes. Look at you rubbing against me. He's in pretty good spirits, though. And he can still hop a 6-foot fence. Believe me, he leaps it. He's very fast. One of the fastest felines I've ever seen. Mountain lion. Yes. Mountain lion. Mountain lion. Yes. My mountain lion. I love him. And I hope that when people view this video, they kind of can share my pain, and they can kind of share their story with me about losing their cat. Because it's hard. I've lost animals before, but this is hard. This is 9 years this boy's been with me. And I used to pick him up. I used to like dance and celebrate and smoke a bong and a joint with him in my lap. He's just been he's a companion. He doesn't like me filming him right now. He's like, I don't want to be on camera. You're embarrassing me. He knows. He loves to be on camera. I have tons of pictures of him just staring into the camera, but he does not. Right now, he's pretty health conscious. He's like, I'm fat, I'm big. He's like, I got lumps. Don't film me. Don't film me. Sometimes you wonder if they have a human spirit in them. Right, Sneezer? A human spirit? There you go. Oh, you are purring. Look at your purr box go. You're a good boy. You love your daddy, don't you? Oh, yes. You love your daddy. Look, he's falling asleep in my hand. Oh, yes. Yes, that feels good. Oh, yes. Who's your Lord? Your Lord Rick. Lord Rick loves you. No, I'm not Lord Rick to this cat. I'm just his dad. He's a boy and I'm his dad. It's just a boy. Loves to run and play. Loves to snuggle. Just a boy. And even in the afterlife, he'll stick around me. And he still might be in the afterlife, a boy too. Being a paranormal investigator, I know there's an afterlife for pets. We've done pet cemeteries and pet investigations, and I can tell you right now, yes, your pets do stick around or carry on in the afterlife. I once was in a pet cemetery at night, and I asked if there's anybody here, and I got a meow back on it. My recorders picked it up. I didn't hear it. My camera didn't pick it up, but my digital recorder did. Electronic voice phenomena. It was a kitty. There's no cats in that little cemetery. I've also one time got a dog in a cemetery, and one time I had gotten a ghostly dog at some mining site. A lot of miners would bring their dogs to guard the entrance or guard the mine. Sometimes the dogs would die out in the heat, and near the mines. It was sad. It was harsh out in the desert. So you get ghostly dogs. There is an afterlife for pets. And I know Sneezer's going to have a very fruitful one. He's a very wise cat. And he might even stick around and still continue to adventure with me. All of us, Sneezer, from AngelOfThyNight Radio, who've watched it for many years, the comedy and paranormal program. It's like a roller coaster. It's a ride. It's like a ride. You just hold on to your seat. You don't know what's going to happen on that show. And the Paranormal Ghost Society and the fans and the friends and the members and who are part of your journeys for so long when we are homeless and still adventuring. We love you. We love you and we wish you very well. I'm sure that I know so many people just became fans of yours and followed you as much as they followed me. They wanted to see him on my show and on my investigations and hear funny stories. I used to share all kinds of funny stories about him. Maids catching him at hotels and him peeping his head out of a bag and getting kicked out of places and people trying to get rid of him and toss him to the curb and euthanize him. But you know what? Despite all the trials and tribulations, he's still here. You couldn't separate me and him. You just couldn't do it. We all love you, Sneezer. You got fans and you got friends across the world. You're one of the only paranormal and comedy cats in the nation. One of the first kitty co-host of any radio show, especially a paranormal one. And a beige cat, if that. Yeah. In memory of my buddy Sneezer. On September 25th. It's after midnight. Moon's almost full. A couple days it's going to be the eclipse. The fourth blood moon. There's 2 in 2014 and this is the fourth one. There's 2 in 2014 and 2 in 2015. There's one on Easter of April 2015. So we're about to go camping at Meadow Lake. I'm gonna go visit a ghost town. Go look for some Sasquatch. Meadow Lake used to be also known as Meadow Lake, also known as Summit City, was a very large ghost town, 10,000 square foot plaza, multiple businesses, 8 to 10,000 residents, ferry boats, brothels, saloons, multiple mines, mills, hotels, post office, the whole shebang. Nothing remains except for the couple foundations. One of the oldest dams in California. Couple retention ponds where the mill was. The reservoir. Gonna hike out on a summit. Couple other lakes. Go on the boat. Gonna be camping in the woods along the lake. Got a little rowboat, little blow-up raft. It's just a raft, but it's still fun. Hike, play football, play horseshoes, cook some meat on the grill. Just kind of take away some of the stress. Because it's really sad that he's going. And the greatest medicine for me is nature and the outdoors. It's what Sneezer likes. He loves nature and the outdoors. And so, since he likes to be outside right now, I can't wait to just be outside this next weekend. Weekend of the blood moon. It's still close enough. And enjoy yourselves. But I look forward to our journey. It's fall. It's autumn. And we'll give him his medicine. We'll hope it works. You can't really cure cancer with medicine. You can clear up an infection. It's weird. Cats get fungus and microbes and all kinds of weird things. They catch cat leukemia from one another. It's sad. They're about as human as they get. They're more than human. He's more than human. He knows nothing but love. Nothing but love. And we've loved him back. And Sneezer, you are part of this family. You are a row. And you're a member of the Paranormal Ghost Society. Because you've came on some of my crazy expeditions in the past. And he's been there for me. He's a pretty likable guy. And it's true, maybe 9 lives are up. He's used 9 of them having so many trials and tribulations. I have to say the last 4 or 5 years, he's living the dream. I got him a cat house recently. I get him all kinds of fish-flavored food. He's spoiled. He gets toys for Christmas in his stocking. Everybody wants to take him to bed. They all want to cuddle him. Gets to sleep on all the couches with the blankets. Cuddles with my dog, my American Bulldog Pit. They cuddle together. It's pretty cute. He's living the dream. You know, if he passes away, I'm sure he'd want to die at home, not in some vet's office around strangers. He does not like strangers. Unless I say they're okay. You know, smart. He's like a dog. He's just like a dog. He acts like a dog. He wags his tail, runs outside and goes to the bathroom, comes running in. Doesn't like snow. Tries to hop out of it. Can never get out of it. Doesn't mind showers. Doesn't mind baths. Sneezer, there'll only be one of you. You're a one-of-a-kind Ebenezer Scrooge. One of a kind.